This year, I think the Big Ten was pretty much established as the best conference in the entire country. But talk about the players coming back, how you think they're going to fit in, and then we'll get into some of the recruits, because I know there's some that are still unsigned that are leaning towards Maryland as well.
Wiggins is the number one guy to watch. He's your NBA prospect. He's already on those few of those draft boards, but he really needs to get more consistent with his shot. Otherwise, he's got a lot of really special talents at his size at about 6'6". Daryl Morcell, I think this will be his team next year. He was their glue guy this year, did a little bit of everything, really has progressively improved throughout his career. He's their kind of junkyard dog, guards the best player on the other team. He gets a lot of dunks in transition. So I think he'll be the leader of the team. He'll play a ton of minutes next year.
Right now, they have the commit from Marcus Dockery, who's a 3-star player, and Aquan Smart as well. But there's a couple big names. Kareem Maine is out there, as well as Jalen Green, of course, who's a 5-star recruit. What about the guys who are coming in? What about you're hearing about some other potential players that could join the Terrapins?
Yeah, so they've got those two guys you mentioned. Marcus Dockery will be a combo kind of guy. Hopefully they can get some offense out of him. Aquan Smart, they obviously need help at point guard with Anthony Cowan graduating. I don't know if he's going to be ready to be the guy from day one there, or more of a long-term guy. So I think that's why they're going after several transfer point guards, most notably Bryce Aiken from Harvard. And then they're also chasing several other grad transfers, the biggest name being Jordan Bruner from Yale, a big man who's pretty much had interest from almost everybody in the country. They really need to get him just because of Jalen Smith gone to the NBA. So right now for them, it's all about getting probably, I would say, 3 more players, most likely all of them being transfers.
Maryland usually has one of those guys, right, that has that sort of it factor, the late game shot factor. Bryce Aiken, I've seen him do that at Harvard, and Bruner is a real good player. I remember seeing him play down at Clemson when Yale knocked off Clemson this year on the road. That was impressive. Those are 3 guys. If they can, just get 1 or maybe 2 of those guys, that could really help them.
Yeah, it could, and they really need it, because like I said, you got those 3 guys in your middle of your lineup, or 4 guys, I guess you could say, with Dante Scott, freshman who started a lot last year, but you really need help at point guard and in the post. If you got a guy like Aiken scored 30 against them in a pre-conference tournament this past season, so they've seen what he can do. I think if you got him, it wouldn't be necessarily a big fall off from Cowan. You're not going to get somebody, I don't think, who's as good as Jalen Smith, but if you can get a couple capable guys and one Big Ten caliber starter, then you might be in decent shape to not have a big fall off from this season.